completed the concept of comprehension. So comprehension concept we discussed, and I posted the examples also for you. And now we are going to deal with special functions. What do you call, working with anonymous functions we will discuss. So let us start with working with anonymous or lambda functions. So here we say working with lambda or anonymous functions, I will say. So let us enter into the further saying here working with lambda or anonymous functions here. Now here, what do you mean by anonymous functions now? So what is the use of these anonymous functions and all? It's the most important, students. I said coming to you already. You are looking here and there. So here, anonymous functions are those, the anonymous functions are those, anonymous functions are those which does not contain, any name, which does not contain any name, which does not contain any name explicitly, which does not contain any name explicitly. So anonymous functions does not contain the name explicitly. And explicitly meaning is something like this. If we take a normal function def sum op, we are taking some parameters and we are closing, right? We are closing it off. So like this, we are going to do this. This is what we are going to do it. def sum op of like this I am taking and doing some sort of operation here. def sum op, I am doing some sort of operation like this. The sum op is called what? Function name, which we are keeping explicitly here. We are keeping the function explicitly here. That is known as what? Explicit function name. That is a normal function name. Today we are going to use what? Anonymous functions are those which does not contain any name explicitly. So what is the use of these functions? That is the most important, students. This one is, what is the use of these anonymous functions? So the functions which are called anonymous are meant for performing instant operations. The purpose of anonymous functions is that to perform instant operations. Instant operations. What do you mean by instant operations? How they are going to be? I want to tell you this now. Instant operations are those. Instant operations are those which are used at that point of time, which are used at that point of time, which are used at that point of time, at that point of time only. Instant operations are those which are used at that point of time only and no longer interested in, no longer interested, no longer interested, no longer interested, no longer interested in to use in further part of the application. At that point of time, I will elaborate, students, just try to follow. Or those which are used at that point of time only, no longer interested to use in other part of the application or in other, I can write like this, in other part of the project. In other part of the project, we call it as what? Instant operations. Take an example of it. One example I am taking. If I go to two types of functions, we are going to get it. One is called a normal function and one more is called anonymous function here. Normal functions are for big problem solving purpose. Anonymous functions is for what? Instant operations. So we are going to deal with what do you mean by this anonymous functions? When do you prefer it? Take a simple example. Of course, it is a very general example I am giving. Suppose you are in home you are in home. I'm just giving a small example. What do you mean by instant? And you are outside, and you are outside of the home, outside of home. That means you are coming to the class, for example, and you want to take a cup of tea here. For example, you want to take a cup of tea. So the scenario will be in the cup of tea in the home. When you are in the home, you want to take like this. And when you are in the outside of the home, you want to take it. Then I'm telling to you, when you are inside the home, when you are inside the home, you will take a cup of tea in the cup which is already there in your home, correct? You will take the cup of tea in the home which is already there in your home, right? And this cup you are taking and your completion of it, you will clean it and you will preserve it once again for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, something like that. This is for what? This is for what purpose? Long term purpose. This is for which purpose? Long term purpose. This is for long term purpose. For a long time I will carry. So here the cup of is a function name here. Is a function name here. The cup of is called what? Function name here. So this function is containing some body which I am reusing it for a moment, not only in the same program, we can reuse for further also. That is for what? Long term purpose. When you come outside, when you come outside, when you come outside, where do you take the cup of tea? Will you carry this cup in your bag and carry? Now, where do you take it? You will take it in a paper cup, right or not? You will take it in a paper cup and you will use it and you will use it and you will use that cup. And after that, what will happen? Will you clean it and preserve it for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that? No. So that is nothing but what? You will use and then throw it out. That is nothing but what operation it is? Instant operation. It is known as instant operation. I hope it is a general best awareness for what? What do you mean by long-term operation? What do you mean by instant operation? We are using at that point of time only, no longer interested to use the same code for long time. Are you able to understand? This is known as what kind of simple awareness called instant operation and no longer interested to use in other part of the project. Clear? Next, to develop, to develop anonymous functions, to develop anonymous functions, anonymous functions, to develop these anonymous functions, we use to develop anonymous functions, we use we use a keyword, we use a keyword called what? Lambda. We use a keyword called what? Lambda. And hence anonymous functions are also called and hence anonymous functions also called what you know lambda functions we can call lambda functions. So I hope that lambda functions we can call. Anonymous functions are also known as what? Lambda functions we can call. Which keyword we are using to develop anonymous functions? Lambda. Which keyword you are using to develop normal functions? DEF. DEF. So DEF related functions are called normal functions. Lambda related keyword functions are called anonymous functions. So what will be the syntax of it? Now I'll write it. Students, since we are performing instant operation, that means a smaller operation. Now we are going to do it. The anonymous functions, the anonymous functions contains single executable statement, single executable statement, single executable statement, single executable statement only. That is for what? For small problem solving. For small problem solving only we use it. And it is not recommended and it is not recommended. It is not recommended for big problem solving. Why big problem solving not recommended? Because big problem solving requires what? more number of statements to write. Writing more number of statements will be taking what? Against to the syntax of what? Anonymous function. Anonymous functions contains what statements only? Single executable statements only possible. Not possible to take what? More number of statements we cannot write it. The syntax itself is not permitted. I hope you are following me. So anonymous functions are those which are used at that point of time only, not for further use. Anonymous functions contains what? Single executable statement, but not recommended to take for big problem solving. Multiple statements are not allowed. So here, multiple statements. Multiple kind of statements, if they are available, go for which one? Normal function. You want to go for single executable statement, want to perform at that point of time, you recommended to go for what? Anonymous functions. Anonymous functions contains how many statements? Only one statement. So you are coming across lot of anonymous functions in our programming students. Let me start with syntax. One more statement related. The anonymous function, the anonymous function executes, executes, executes single executable statement, executes single executable statement and returns its result, returns, returns its result, returns its result automatically, automatically. That means no need to use, no need to use which one? Return keyword. No need to use return statement. Where we use return statement generally, normal functions we use. We need not to use it in where? Anonymous functions. So the anonymous functions executes single executable statement and returns its result automatically. No need to use return statement. I hope you are following me. Now I'm going to use syntax. Syntax I'm going to use, students. Look at that. Syntax for anonymous function I'm going to use it. So what is the syntax? I'm writing. Carefully try to follow. Variable name is equal to, variable name is equal to, what is the keyword I'm using? Lambda, lambda, params list, params list, params list. You know, params list is nothing but what? Formal parameters. Is a colon. I need to write executable statement, or is nothing but what? Simply expression I can write it. This is the original syntax of what? Lambda. If it is a normal function, what we will write it? DEF, function name, parameters, body, so much of thing. For smaller problem, why to write 2 lines, 3 lines like that? For smaller problem, I will write it in where? Single line of code I will write. For a betterment in the optimization, you will get it. For smaller problems, don't go to normal function. For smaller problem, go to what? For high performance purpose. So let's move to the explanation here. I want to give you explanation here. Look at explanation I'm going to give you. What is this explanation say, students? Here I will tell. What is the variable name I will explain. What is the lambda I will tell. Params list, expression I will write it. Here, variable name represents what I will tell. Here, lambda, lambda is a keyword. Lambda is a keyword which is used for, which is used for, come on, developing, developing which functions? Anonymous functions. Which is used for developing anonymous functions. Which is used for developing anonymous functions. I hope you are following me. And next we are using params list. Params list represents, represents list of formal params. What is the use of it? And they are used for, already said, used for storing, storing the values coming from, coming from where? Function calls. Already said, students, coming from function calls. Already this was explained already in the class. All formal parameters are used for holding the inputs or storing the input values coming from the functions. Input values coming from the function calls. Okay, that part we are going to take care. Next, we are going to write it. Expression represents, here the expression represents, here expression represents, here I'm writing, represents single executable statement, returns a single executable statement, and whose result, already said, whose result returns automatically, whose result returns automatically. That is, no need to use which statement, whose result returns automatically, returns returns automatically. No need to use return. Simply that expression will be executing, whose result will be returned automatically. So this anonymous function recommended for what? Smaller problem solving statement only, but not for big problem solving. Wherever the problem is containing multiple executable statement, go for which function? Normal function. Wherever there is a single executable statement, go for what? Anonymous. Students, now I'll go for one problem. I will take it. Online students, is it clear? This explanation is clear. His concept basis is clear. Now I'm entering into the one problem I will take, student. One problem I will take it. Let us start understanding about the problem here. Okay. So let me take a problem here. So there the problem is, first problem you take it. Function, define a function for adding of two numbers. Adding of two numbers you take it. For example, then what you will do? By using normal function, I will do it. By using what function? Anonymous function, I will do it. By using normal function, I will do it. By using anonymous function also, I will do it. So normal function I'm going to take up. What is the normal function? How do you take it? Come on. DEF, sum OP, A comma B, A comma B. There I'm going to write it C is equal to A plus B. Now I'm writing return C. This is called a function definition, student. Now I'm going to write the main program, students. Main program. Sum OP of 1020 I'm going to take it. And of course I will get the RES here. This is called what? Normal function call. Normal function call we can call. So once this is done, this function call, it will go to where? This AB, 10 will go to this A, 20 will go to this B, A plus B, n plus 20. Keep the result in where? C. Return the C value here, and it is storing in where? RES. Perfect. So I will print the result here. Print of what? Sum is equal to, comma what? RES. Now I am asking a question. What is the type of sum OP? What is the type of sum OP? First of all, answer this question. What is the type of sum OP? Hmm. Function. No, class function. Santosh, very good. Sum OP is a function name. Sum OP is a function name. I am asking it's a type. Good, Santosh. So keep it. It is a type is called class function. Class function this is. It is called a class function. I am expecting every function name is called what? An object whose type is called what? Function. This was already explained in the class. If you go to the syntax, this was already explained in the class. I shown in the programming also. Here you observe it. Every function name represents a valid variable name treated as a function name, and every function name is an object of type function, class function. This I already explained in the class. You have to remember it. So sum OP is a function. It's an object of function, so that I can use it as a function call. Any object is treated as a function name, function type, that can be taken as what type? Function type it is, so that I can use it as a function call. Similarly, coming to the anonymous function, once again I am saying whichever object is treated as a function type class, that will be used as which call? Function call. Similarly, I am coming to this place, I am writing something like this. What is my point I am writing? Same thing. I am writing ADDOP. What is our syntax you carry? This syntax you carry. Here you carry the syntax once and try to look into this. I am writing there what? Come on, start with. What is the variable name? What is the variable name I am taking? ADDOP, ADDOP, lambda, params list I'm going to take it. What are the params list I'm taking? A comma B. I am writing here called what? A plus B. A plus B I am writing. A comma B colon what? A plus B I am writing. This is simply called as one expression. Here how many lines? 3 lines I wrote it. Minimum I need to write. At least this line I have to write. Written directly A plus B I can say. 2 lines I need to write. For such a smaller problem, no need to write 2 lines. I want to write what? And the performance wise, lambda is the best for what? Smaller thing. For bigger things is called what? Normal function is a better. And for bigger things, I cannot write that multiple statements and lambda. We will go for lambda for smaller. For bigger applications, go for what? Normal function. Okay. Students, coming to main program here. Here you know one thing. This variable name that is called ADDOP. It is a variable name here. This variable name is an object. Every object in Python is treated as what? Class. Class called what? Function. Class called function, student. It is a class called function. So it is a class called function here. I think you are following me. What is the meaning of class called function? So class and then function we are taking it. ADDOP is also an object whose type is what? Function. Since it is a function name, automatically I can use it as a function call. But there is no direct name is given DEF sum OP of. There is no such brackets and all. So ADDOP is a variable that will be used as what? Object of function type. I will call it as what? Function call. How do you call it? ADDOP, say 3 comma 4. Actually, it is not a function name. It is after all variable name. But whose object is what type? Function type. So I can use it as which call? Function call I can use. So what I am doing now? RES is equal to ADD. This is known as which function call? Anonymous function call. This is known as anonymous function call. That's why here I did not write variable name represents what? Variable name represents represents hmm, represents an object of type what? Class function, class function, and it can be it can be used as what? Anonymous function call. Anonymous function call. So it's very important. I'm calling. So how this is evaluating, students? Just it will look for ADDOP. It will go to ADDOP. While going, it will carry what? Two values it will carry. Those two values are going to put it into lambda. Put it into lambda. Are you following me? 10 and 20, 3 and 4 are placed in where? AB. AB values are added and whose result is written automatically and kept in where? RES. No need to written statement explicitly, students. RES is equal to ADDOP of 3 comma 4. What is this now? Anonymous function call. Able to catch me? And I will print it. And I will print it. Print of what I'm saying? RES is equal to RES is equal to, or I can say sum is equal to. What is this now? RES I can say. RES I can say. Are you able to follow now? Right. This is related to what? This is related to anonymous function call used for performing such a small operation. So let me go to the coding related part. Online students, is this example is clear? And of course, it is easy, not a difficult at all. Let me go to the uh, place where if you want, you can go to where this place you can call it as PyCharm. You can go all the examples which I said to you, you can execute on PyCharm, no doubt in that. Let us move to the further. Here I'm going to use it. Close this project. Go to your place. Where is that? 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is not there here. So 7 a.m. 7 a.m. something like functions here. So I'm going to take it. mm, So here we are having some sort of folder is open. So there I will close this project. Maybe this is yours only, no? Let it be not necessary. I will take it a new one. So go to the place. I will take it. 7 a.m. anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. I will take it. So there I will go for that. Now go to the place. Now I'm going to take up. You try to take it. Anonymous function. Anonymous function. This anonymous function example 1. Anonymous function example 2. Functions. Example 1 dot py. Py dot py dot py. So coming to the point back, now I'm going to write it. Tell me normal function, tell me d sum of p, a comma b. So we'll say here simply written of what? A plus b. Directly I'm writing. 2 lines compulsory need to write it. So that I will write it as a main program. Here I will write it as a main program where I'm going to take up. How do I write this program now? RES is equal to sum OP of 10 comma 20. So I will print the result as what? Sum is equal to sum is equal to sum by using which function? Normal function is equal to dot format of what? RES. I will use RES. So try to run this code. Now we are going to get it. Now you are going to get this result. Are you able to follow? So now I want to go for what? You know, I'll go for by using anonymous. Our total concentration is on anonymous. So how do you define? It is a normal function definition. Normal function definition. Now I want to go for what? Anonymous function now. How do I define? ADDOP is equal to, and one more thing I want to show you students, and I already shown you beginning of the sessions, print of type of sum OP. Sum OP is equal to what I can say? Type of, what is this now? Sum OP. Now I will run this code. What is the type of sum OP here? Function. I already said you it is a function. That's why I'm using as a function call, correct? Similarly, I'll go for next one is what? Anonymous function, I will use it. How do you do that now? ADDOP, variable name is equal to lambda, a comma b, a plus b, a plus b. Which function it is? Which function it is? Anonymous function definition. This is known as anonymous function definition, students. Anonymous function definition. Anonymous function definition I am going to take up. Here I am going to take up anonymous function definition. There I need to write it what? Function call. First you try to print the type of what, type of what I am going to write it. ADDOP. ADDOP is equal to what here? ADDOP of, like this I wrote it. Try to run this now. Try to run this now. What is the type of ADDOP also? Function. It is a class function. Okay. Now here I am going to write it. Here I am going to use it. Since it is a function type, I can use it as what? Function call. ADDOP of 100 comma what? 200. You try to say, hold the result. RES is equal to. You try to print off sum of, sum is equal to, sum by using which function? Anonymous function. Sum by using anonymous function. I'm writing sum by using which function? Anonymous functions is equal to dot format of what? RES. Dot format of RES. So try to run the students. Am I getting the result or not? So if you want any dynamism to provide, you can say dynamism also. Here what I can do, print of, enter two values, enter two values. This part you already aware of it for adding, for addition. So that I will take it directly. I will write in this place. What I will do, students? Float of input of, float of input of. You know, na? float of input of, directly I am reading, comma, float of reading again. This is by using normal function. Similarly, I will go for the same thing, go for the same thing. In this place also you try to do it. Enter two values. What I will do? X comma y is equal to, I will carry these two statements. I will carry these two statements, students. So here I am going to write it. It is done. And pass what data? X comma y you pass it. X comma y you pass it. This is called which call it is? Anonymous function call. This is called anonymous function call. Anonymous function call. So try to run this now with the dynamic values we are providing. Enter two values here, 3 and 4. Got the result. And then say 100 and then 23.45. You got the result here. I think you are following me. So one is by using what function? Anonymous function. One more by using normal function. So whichever we are convenient. And first of all, you must go for designing. Is it a smaller problem or bigger problem? Smaller problem means we are able to solve by one statement. We call it as a smaller problem. If you are able to write multiple statements, it is called what function? Normal function it is. Able to follow? Right. Right. Open the notes. Online students are able to follow, students. Is it clear? Let me do some more examples now. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept, which will accept, which will accept two numerical values, which will accept two numerical values, which will accept two numerical values, and find the biggest and smallest, and find the biggest and smallest, find the biggest and smallest, find the biggest and smallest by using, find the biggest and smallest by using anonymous functions, by using anonymous functions. Look at, students, I'm going to take up here, I'm going to take a anonymous function 2.py. Observe now, I will take up anonymous function definition 2.py. So now I am going to take up two functions. I will write it. One is for what? Finding big. One more is for finding small. So smaller problem only. So I will do by using anonymous. How do you do normal thing generally, students? Normally, how do you do DEF? Find max. Find max of AB you are taking. And you are saying what here? If A greater than B, say what? Return A. Return A. Next, what you will do? Else what? Return B. Correct or not? This is what you will write it. This is what you will write it. That is a normal function. So why to write this many lines of code? Why can't you write a smaller lines of code? Now I'm going to write it. Tell me now. Find max is equal to, come on, lambda. Already explained now. Lambda. Come on. So A comma B I will take it. A comma B I will take it. Next. A. Wrong answer. Everybody will feel that A greater than B. Because of A greater than B, what will come? True or false will be the result. Hmm? So students, so you are not a correct student at this time. So Santosh, very good student. Ternary operator, you need to use it. Ternary operator, you need to use it. Sai Sindhu. So coming to the point of it, if I go for taking find max, if I take it, find max if I take it, 1020 if I take it, if I take it as an RES here, print of RES if I say, it returns either true or false. 10 greater than 20, now it is called false. It is called false is going to return. See the answer now, false. False is an answer is coming. So, but I need the value or not? So how do you find that? If I say it is 100, 120, it returns true now. True is going to come. So we don't want. As Sai Sindhu said that max of what? A comma B, A comma B, A comma B, A comma B. So max is one general function. 100 is a max function. Are you following? That is one thing. That is one thing. One more thing is called what? Okay, find min. First, let me finish this. Find min. What is this now? Lambda, lambda, lambda. A comma B, A comma B. What is this now? Min of what? A comma B. Sai Sindhu. Now I'll go to the place of next also I will take out find min, find min. And I'm going to take up this value also and try to see this. Both of them are coming like this. But when I'm passing the equal values, that time I need to print the result called equal also, no? So, but it is not going to give you the equal, but it is going to give you the value among them. Are you following me? So that time, how do you take care? This is only in the case of what? Unique values. So you are going to find out. But I need to go for equality also. I want to check it. So the best part of this is called, which I already said to you in the classes. Now I'm going to write it. I said already in the classes. A, if A greater than B, else I will write it. Else B is a bigger. If B greater than A, else both values are equal. Both values are equal. This part I already said to you. This is called one of the biggest good logic. Everything is written into one line only. Either A returned or B returned or both values are equal written. Similarly, I will take it as what? A less than B, A less than B, and the next is called B less than A. Otherwise, it is going to be what? Both values are equal. In this case, I want to enter into what? I will take A comma B is equal to float of what I'm doing, input of enter value of A, enter value of A. Next, I'm going to take it, enter value of B. I'm taking enter value of B. I'm taking enter value of B. So there I'm going to give you, here I will write it, A comma B I will say, A comma B I will say. Here also I will call it as what? A comma B I can say. This is for finding max and min. If you want find max I called, and if you want to print it like this, print of the max of A value comma B value is equal to what? Like this I can write it. Dot format of A comma B comma RS. Similarly, I can call it as here also. You can call it as here also. Min of I can say, min of I can say, A comma B comma RS also I can say. Try to run this. Dynamic values are provided 10, 20. So you'll be getting max as well as what? Min. Max and min we are getting it. You try to pass it, equal values you put it. So what are coming? Both values are equal you are getting. So I rotate this entire thing with what? Ternary operator I rotate. Are you able to follow? So if you want to get more number of bigger values you want to get it, bigger values you want to get from list of values. That time I can go for what? Max min you can use it. Online students, is it clear, my dear students, all of you? So this is the most important students. Let us write one more. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept a word or value. 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 Which will accept a word or value and find and find and find and find whether it is vowel or find whether it is palindrome or not. 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 Can you do it as a homework? Can you do it as a homework? It is also called what? Ternary operator we will use. Okay, now. So ternary operator is what? Palindrome if value. Come on. The function name you will write palindrome. Some name you will write lambda. One value only will be taken. Value you take it. Palindrome if value is equal to value colon minus 1. Else you will write what? Not palindrome. You will do homework now? Right. Next, one more you write it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept a list of numerical values. Which will accept a list of numerical values. Which will accept a list of numerical values. Which will accept list of numerical values. And find the max and min. Find the max and min. Here list of values here, which will accept list of numerical values and find max and min by using anonymous functions. By using anonymous functions. Okay, students, now coming to the point back, which is very easy here. Now it is going to be written. So here it is written, find anonymous function 3.py. Anonymous function 3.py. There I am trying to write it. Anonymous function 3.py. So I'm going to take up 3.py here. 3.py. There I would like to talk about it. What is this 3.py? I want to write it. The code I want to write it is accepting list of values. First you take the main program here. Main program. How do you read the list of values? How do you read the list of values? Yesterday I said you comprehension technique. Enter list of values. List of values separated by space. Separated by space. You already know yesterday's class, it was already over. LST is equal to, come on students, float of or int of value, whatever it is, for value in input of dot what split off. Split off. This is what I got it. Print of LST student. You print LST here. Try to run students. Here I am writing enter list of values 10, 23, 45, 67, 34 and 89 minus 34. Like this I got it. Is it list of values accepted or not? From this list of numbers I want to find max and min. How to find the max and min from this list of numbers? That is our target. Shall we write it? Now, students, now I'm going to write it. Tell me now. What is this now? Find max is equal to lambda. Lambda. What is this now? Of course, I will follow me. Lambda. I will write it what? X comma y. X only one value only coming now. List only will be passing there. You can take any kind of thing. List obj. What should I write it? Max of LST. I can write it. Max of LST. Simple. So I will go for here what? Find max of what I'll pass LST. There I will get it. Big value will be coming. Big value will be coming. So big value will be coming. So there I will print the data. How do you print the data now? I will write it. Max of. I'll write it. List is equal to this value is written. Format of what? LST comma big V. I'm writing here. Try to run this code and see this output now. I say something like 10, 23, 56, 78, 34, 90, 99, 2, and 9. So what is the bigger value I'm having here? What is the bigger value? 99 I have. 99 I am having. And similarly, I want to find out smaller value also. I will carry this now, put it across. So small v, and I will write find min. I'm going to take up find min. I'm going to take up here. So find min is going to contain what? Small value SMV, where I will write find min. It's very simple for you. Nothing is difficult. Lambda LST. What I'll write? Min of what? LST. Min of LST. That's very simple. And pass the values 10, 20, 345, 67, minus 5, 10, minus 1, 34. So I got it. Of course, what is happening? Yeah. SMB I need to write. SMB. So let me carry this data. Try to run this data now. So put the data across. So you are going to get it what? 345 and then what? Minus 5.0. Are the smaller values or not? Well, but the thing is, once it was asked in the written test point of view, don't use library functions, they said. Don't use library functions. Don't use max and min. Max and min are called what? Library function. That is called general functions. I want to find the I want to find the max and min. How to find the max and min? So that I am writing here. Max and min are called what? Crossen. Here max of and min of are general predefined functions, right? General predefined functions. They are called general predefined functions. We are using directly. But we want to write our own function student. That is our intelligence of writing the coding. So how to write that I am going to show you now. So coming to this place 4.py, 4.py, I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. 4.py, there I'm going to write it. Look at that. Here I'm going to write it. Same thing I will carry, no doubt in that. Here I'm going to write it. As it is, I will carry, but here I'm writing something like this. Here I will write it KVR max, the KVR min. What is the KVR max and min are called? Programmer defined functions. They are called programmer defined functions. So here KVR max and all these things are called programmer defined functions. I'll try to carry here. This example makes you to understand we are not only using predefined functions over there. Here we are using what also? Programmer defined functions also as a part of Lambda. So Lambda is not going to contain just one statement of ternary, not just predefined functions like this. It can also call what? Predefined functions also. Along with that, you can call programmer defined functions also. Or are called what? Programmer defined functions. Programmer defined function. Inside of KVR, I need to define the logic. What is this now? KVR max of LST. I will write the logic now. I will write the logic, students. I'll write the logic. Pass. DEF KVR min. I'll write it here. LST here. And I'll write it pass. I think you are following me. So how do you write this KVR max of LST, KVR min of LST? So there I need to go for here. How do you write it? I'm going to write it this logic here. How to write it? It's going to be something. I will take up. We are passing find max. From here, it is carrying the list of values. From there, it is going to call it as KVR max. KVR max is going to receive the LST values as it is here. So now this LST is containing what? Assume, for example, 10, 20, and something like, 15, and then next 30, like that 45 I am having, for example. So how do you get this now? I will take for a logic purpose, max v one variable I will take, students. LST of what I will take? 0 I will take. What is the LST of 0? 10, which I am assuming here. How to find this now? For value in LST. What is the value in LST? First one, 10. I will compare. Whatever the value I am getting from this iterable object, that value compare with what? Max value. If the value of a list is more than what? Max v which you have taken it, and update the max v with what value? Well, are you following? How do you write that? If value greater than what? Max v. Max v. If that is the case, what you will do? Max v is equal to what? Value. Value. Start now. Take the logic. What is the max v right now? 10. Be careful. What is the value in LST? 10 only. 10 greater than 10? False. Nothing. It is going to where? For loop again. What is the value now? 20. 20. 20. 20 greater than what is the max v? 10. What is it? 2. What is happening? Max v is equal to what? Well, what is the max v now? 20. Remember, 20. Going to where again? For loop. What is the value? 15. 15 greater than 15 greater than 20. False. False means going to where? This place. What is the value? 30. 30 greater than 20. 2. What is that value? Max v is equal to what? Value. How much is the max v? 30. Go to for loop. What is the value here? 40. 45. 45 greater than 30. What is that? Max v is equal to true. Max v is equal to 45. Go to the for loop. No more values now. No more values means what? It is going to do what? Return. Hmm. Return what? Max v. This is related to what? Max v function. How to write from our side. Clear or not clear? Clear. Now I'm going to take up min value also similar, student. Min value also similar. How do I write the min value? Tell me now. Here itself I will take min v is equal to, tell me students, list of 0. Okay. What I will do? For, come on, same. Value in where? LST. If value less than, come on, min v, min v. If the value less than min v, what I will do? Min v is equal to value. Min v is equal to what? Value. So there I'm going to say what now? Return of what? Min v. Return of min v. Are you following me? Right. So students, I'm going to enter into the further. These are called what? Programmer defined functions. These are called programmer defined function. Very, very important. We are calling the programmer defined functions for reusability any moment of time. Suppose this is defined by team leader. I want to call this function somewhere else. I don't define. Simply I will call that function by using what? Lambda I will call. So lambda I called. So these are called anonymous functions, students. Anonymous functions calling what functions? Programmer defined function it is calling. So here it is called anonymous function definition. This is called anonymous function definition. This is also known as what anonymous function definition. Are you able to follow now? Anonymous function definition. Let us execute. Online students, are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable, students? Right. Now I am going to run my code. Run this code, students. Now I am going to take up 10, 23, 4, 56, 78, -3, 0, 12, 34, and the next is called 89, like this 43, like that 1. I got it. What are the max v and min v is coming? You try to take it out of these many, 89, and next is called what? -3.0. Are you able to get it? This is about like this. I think you said 10, 20, 30, 40, and 5, and then 0, and then -1. So maximum value and minimum value is coming. Able to follow? Right. So this is about which function now? How to call the programmer defined function as a part of this case. Clear? Now, one more example you write it. And one more announcement, student. Tomorrow, we have a class. We have a class. That class is purely online, purely online at the 7 a.m. only. Same 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Because I am explaining a separate topic tomorrow. separate topic, which is a part I will need to cover as a part of your class also. This Sunday plus next Sunday also I will take that. 2 Sundays it will take, because I'm covering the same topic for other batch. Your batch also will be added to that, so that we can save some time. So the topic name is network programming. Network programming. This is as on today, it is not at all using, but I want to explain the coding for you. Network programming is a topic. Online students, network programming is the topic. Hmm? Jamshad Khan, it's a holiday, sir. My dear student, we are not going to college or school now. That's why please cooperate and try to try to do the course by learning in holiday also, so that we can cover more topics by taking even Sunday also. Even I also want to take rest also, the morning to evening, so many classes. Still, I want to take that, because 11 o'clock people I am explaining. You also try to join in that online only. Be at your home, laying on the bed, and listen the class. I'm not saying that come to offline or something. You attend the class, network programming, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Regarding the link is concerned, I'll keep the link for you in the Google Drive class before 8 o'clock today. 8 p.m. I'll keep the link. Link I will keep it before 8 p.m. We keep the link. We keep the link in Google Class, Google Drive, Google Classroom, Google Class before 8 p.m. Before I'm going to wind up my classes, then you will use that link and you will join, right? And if you, this is this Sunday, part one, this is part one. So next part two you will be the next Sunday. Next Sunday also I'm telling to you, part two will be the next Sunday. Next Sunday. This I'm going to take it. So this Sunday plus what? Next Sunday. Two classes, same thing will be continued. Same thing will be continued. Okay, na? So don't miss to that. And the topic, same, your timing only. Just join in that and we'll come take that. So now I will go to the further. Sorry, understanding anonymous. Now you write some examples, homework you write it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will which will accept list of which will accept list of names. Which will accept list of names. Which will accept list of names and sort them and sort them and sort them in both ascending and descending orders. 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 How do you do that? How do you do this, students? See the students here. We are using which function? Which function, students? Anonymous function. What function I used? Max function I used it. Max function. Just to take care, I'm using here 4.py. I'm going to use it. Very, very important here. And take care. 4 is already there. Huh? 5 you take it. 5 you take it. Here I'm going to take it. 5.py. There you try to do that. Sorting the data. I will get it. Already values are available here. I will take this type of logic. And you're already well aware of it. Main program I am writing. Come on. Main program. Very important. Enter list of names. Enter list of names. Separated by what? Comma. If you want. Comma. So comma separated values, you know how to split or not? These are all called what? Names list. This is called a names list. Are you following? Now, what should I do next? What should I do next? Come on. I will call it as this names list. I want to go for it. This is also one of the written test question. Go to names list available here. We are going to write it. Anonymous function here. Anonymous function here. I want to carry out this function name, and here I will write it. How do I write it? The anonymous function I want to write it. First of all, see start. What is this now? Sort names is equal to tell me. Hmm, lambda lambda. What is that? Names list. Names list. No need to use the same name here. Names. Simply you can use what? Names. Come on. Come on. What is the names list here? It is the list only now. It is the list only. What we will do now? When you are now out of order now. So online students, what is that? Sort Emmanuel. Good. So Nagaraju. Good. So Santosh. Good. Sorted. Sorted. Good. Now everybody will use what? Names dot what? Sort. Careful ma. Names dot sort. When I use names dot sort, it is going to use what? Sorting the names only. But the value which is returning is what? What is the value which is returning? If you remember my Python, generally go to this place. Sort function or sorted function, that is an important to use now. That's why I'm going to tell you this program. Look at students, all of you. Names is equal to something like Rajkumar, and next is called what Rosam. Now I am writing here Trump here, and next is called Putin here. Now I am writing something like Zoom here. These are called names. What I am doing, X is equal to what I am saying, students. Names dot what? Sort. You are doing sort function will sort the values in where? Names only. It won't return any values. When you say names like that, what are you doing? Left side you write something like X you write, and you print this data, students. X you print it. It is going to return what? None is returning. Understand? Print of what? Names if you write it, it is getting sorted here itself. So when I say sort of like that, it is not going to return any value. If it is returning any value means it is which type it is returning. None it is going to return. Look at that, students. Lambda. This is called sort names. Is a function name. You are calling by passing what, students? Names list. Names list. And you are going to get it what? RES. RES or sorted names. Sorted names. Something names, something like sort names like this you are taking. Of course, same thing up. Sort something like sort vals. I will take it. And print of what students. Sort values you see. Try to run this code, students. You try to take up ma. So I will try to enter this data. Now I'm going to enter. Try to run this. Here I'm trying to enter the values here. So I entered like this. So I entering the value like this. So of course I should not give these names. Separated by comma only I am taking. I should not give these values like this. Separated by comma only because they are by default accepted in the form of each type, str type. So try to run this now. So we are getting what cannot be converted. So here you enter, put in, and next is called Raj. Next is called what Rosam. Rosam. Comma, next is called what? Of course, I gave something mistake, right? Go to the place. 1 minute, students. I gave you what here? Float. That's the main point here. This is the main point. I need to write what? Val. Val only I need to give. Are you following me? If you want, you can write what also? str of val, you can write it, but no need, right or not? Why? By default, it is which type? str only. Okay, let me cancel that. Let me cancel that and see this now, students. So here I am going to take it, enter the data. So here you remove. So I will enter this Raj, Rosam, and Zoom. Next is called a Trump. Like this, I got it. What is returning? None. But I need to get the values. That's why, students, sort function we cannot use it. Which one I have to use? Sorted. So sorted is one of the function. Sorted is a function which I already said to you. Say what? Names. Names. Sorted is a function, general function, which is taking and returning the values in the form of what? List it is returning. Are you following me? That sorted names I am going to print. Original names are there, sorted names are there. So I will write it here. Sorted values I can say. Sorted, sorted names. Sorted names I said. Here I am writing. Print of what here? Sort values I can say. Sort values I say. Original names if you want to print, you can print. Original names. Original names I said. Print of what here? Names list I said. Try to run this code and just try to see this data. And I say Anil, I say something like Donald Trump. Next is called Biden. Next is called Putin. Next is called what Rosam. Next is called Travis. These are the values. Original names are like that. Original names are like that. And next is called what? Sorted values are like this. In which order these are coming? Ascending order. If you want, you can give descending order also now. Descending order also you can say. So sorted names in which order? ASC order. Ascending order. You already know this entire thing. Descending order, if you want to get it, what you will do? Simply, you will write it descending order. How do you write a descending order? Hmm. Descending order. I will write it what? Colon what? Minus 1. Colon minus 1. That will give you what? Descending order. So take this same data and try to run this once again and process this. And we are going to get it. Original names I am getting. Past is what you entered. Sorted names are coming. Reverse of that is nothing but what? Descending order also is going to come. You're able to follow, students? This is about how you can sort the data. By using which function? Sort function not possible. What is that? Sorted function is very important. Able to follow? So this is about sort. Right? One more example. Write down. See, students, one thing here, one observation you keep it. This is also important topic. If you go to once in the class, I said notes if you go to it. In the match case statement, I said this example, right? This how we did with functions with normally we written, right? Today we need to solve this by using what? Anonymous functions you do it. How many anonymous functions I will take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 anonymous functions I will take it, right? Those anonymous functions you call as a part of what? Match case. Did you understand? Anonymous functions I will define and call as a part of what? Match case. Will you do that? Will you do? You have to do it. Very simple also, not a difficult. It's very simple. For addition, you do what? Anonymous function you define. That anonymous function you call as a part of match case. Right? Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will implement, which will implement, which will implement all arithmetic operators, all arithmetic operations, all arithmetic operations by using all arithmetic operations by using anonymous functions. By using anonymous functions. By using anonymous functions. So I hope you will do, students. So anonymous functions, you will get much grip in that area. So I will stop the class. So today is Saturday, take some rest, 10 minutes early. So tomorrow class, networking is a topic. So this topic will be continued. Monday I will go for what topic? Special function cell. Today, working with anonymous, implementation Lambda functions, examples done. Monday class I'll go for what? Special functions I will explain. And tomorrow, there is a Sunday I'm taking, because I'm taking for other batch. You also attend so that we can minimize, you can use one extra class you can take. Okay. So this purely tomorrow online. Don't come to the offline class. Attend from your home. Network programming is a topic. And hmm, 6 p.m. class is there today. So did I say that not there? It is there. 6 p.m. class is there today. So I said Lalinya. So 6 p.m. class is there not today. So there is no doubt in that. 6 p.m. class will be there. All classes are there. So no, not like that. First Saturday, no. So maybe that rule is there. But sometime Sunday, generally Sunday, I did not take the class. We are taking something like, okay, now part two. Part one, tomorrow class. Part two, Sunday class. So the topic name is networking. Don't miss it. Thank you, students. Carry on. And don't miss tomorrow class. All of you attend online. I'll keep the link in the Google Drive before 8 p.m. today.